Good day, doodlers. Welcome to Draw Cartoons. If you want to learn how to draw the fast and easy way, this is the place to be. The new trailer for Scoob has shown up and it's really cute, and it brought back memories from when I was a kid of waking up on Saturday mornings just to watch the show. I still have a soft spot for classic cartoons, but that's not exactly a mystery to those of you who've been watching my videos. See what I did there? If you're excited for the new Scooby Doo movie, throw us a like on the video and leave me a little jinkies in the comments below. As always, you'll need a pencil, paper, an eraser, and a Sharpie to go over your sketch with. Let's go, gang! Let's get started. But first, if you want to learn to draw the fast and easy way, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. Let's begin! So the first thing we've got to do is start by drawing a circle for the head. Yes, as we usually do, pretty much always start with a penny-shaped circle. Make that as round as you can, because it's the roundness of this is really important for getting the proportions right. So we're actually going to start with Scooby's face first. We're going to finish the face, and then we're going to go on to the body, just because I think the face is harder to do. So it's better to kind of get that out of the way, and then if you make any mistakes, you can just start again very easily. So with your circle, at about the halfway point down the right side here, you can see this is where his muzzle begins. So just draw a line through here like this, and then curve it off, go fairly far out, because Scooby Doo's got a very, very big nose, very characteristic for the character, and then dip in here for the very bottom of the nose, and then bring it back up, and the edge of the nose should just scrape along the side of that circle there. See how it just kind of touches there? And that's how you know you've got the length right. So you want to bring this nose out quite far, and then just bring it back in, just touch at the edge of that circle there. Now for the rest of his muzzle, from the bottom of the nose here, you want to draw a line that curves down, and it comes up and it rejoins the circle at about the halfway point of the bottom part of it. So we've got the halfway point, if that makes sense, down the right side, and then a halfway point down the bottom side. And it rejoins there, and it dips in just a little bit, and we get this very kind of wiggly shape for the mouth now. It kind of sigmoids back out and ends with a happy little cheek crease at the very, very end. If you can get this part right, you can get the rest of it right, because a lot of it builds off the shape of how we draw this. So I'm just going to draw the other side of the muzzle here, just tuck it in under the nose there. And now that we've got the mouth in place, we can start drawing the bottom part of the mouth. So just going to draw a small line here to show where the lips separate, and I'm going to carry that on into a small U shape that doesn't quite even make it to this bit here, the separator, the philtrum I think it's called. It doesn't quite get there. It ends under this part of the lip here, and we can just draw a small line around this for the bottom lip. I want to curve it a bit more, and then we're going to draw a big lump here for the chin. Another characteristic feature of Scooby Doo, big chin like this. And you bring it back towards a circle, give it another slight curve here for the jaw, and then don't forget a few little spots on his chin. He's got like a beard, hasn't he? So a couple of flicks of hair or whatever it is kind of sticking out of his chin here. So now that that bit's drawn, we can tackle the eyes now. Now the nearest eye is going to sit in this spot between the cheek and the very, very bridge of his nose. So I like to draw a line like this. That's kind of the cheek bunching up under the eye, and then we can draw a big oval that's slightly leaning to the right, if you can see that. So it's not straight up like that, it's a little bit to the side because of the perspective, and then a pupil on this corner so it looks like he's looking right back at us. And now for the other eye is much smaller in the official artwork, so we're not going to go quite as high up, and we're going to keep it at an angle pointing inwards this time, if you can see that. And again, a pupil on this side of the eye, so it gives the impression that he's looking right at us. If at any point I'm going too fast, feel free to pause or slow down the video. You have complete control over the video, so don't worry, I'm just used to going at a certain pace. I'm going to draw a small line here for a cheek. There we go, just touching along the side of that circle there. And now we can add in some ears. So the near ear kind of flicks up like this, and then wiggles back down into the side of the circle there. Just going to draw the inside of that ear as well, just a couple of lines following that shape. Almost looks like a leaf really. And now for his eyebrows kind of break the rule of the circle by coming out of it like this and then going back in, okay? And another eyebrow like that, just kind of over that eye. And make sure you draw a nice big slug of an eyebrow inside each of these, big thick kind of black line like that inside each of them. Going to have them nice and raised like they are on the official art, and then another ear on this side. Going to give that a bit of a flick at the end there as well. His ears are a bit floppy. Okay, so if you've got this far, you can certainly draw the rest. I do think the head's the hardest part, so it's an excellent starting point to get that done and out of the way. So we'll draw the neck now, so we can curve out and then back in, and go a bit further down than the chin, and then just kind of stop here. We're going to draw the collar there in a moment, but first we'll draw the front of the neck, which just comes down from the chin, goes a little bit lower. Okay, and then we're going to bridge these together with a curve, just like that. Bring it down on both sides, and then another curve. Try and follow the shape of the top half of the curve, or you're going to get a very wonky collar. Okay, just making it to the other side like that. There's a small diamond shape at the front of this collar over here that says SD in it, so you want to draw in a little border like this, and then do like a bubble writing SD inside. Okay, and then we just need something to kind of attach it to the collar with, so I'll give it a little steel ring there. There's a buckle on this collar as well. It's just a little rectangle that sits right here on the collar, and then a small little bit there for it to fasten. And then there's one more kind of steel rim here, just kind of like a little security thing, just kind of clean onto the collar there, keep it in place. Okay, so now for the rest of the body. I know I said that this is easier than the head, but it's not a whole lot easier. But if you've got this far, hey, why not finish the drawing? So I think it's easy to start with the back. So coming out from under the collar, you want to come out of this kind of angle here, kind of a diagonal angle, but curve it smoothly down until you get to about here. And this point is roughly the same distance from the collar that the top of Scooby's head is. So if you want to kind of like place your fingers on your paper or your screen or whatever you're drawing on, if you want to get that measurement right, it's more or less the same distance until you get to this point here. Okay, so now we'll draw this hind leg over here. So just going to draw a wiggly bump that comes up and then suddenly swings down into like a wobbly bit here, and then curves out there. Bit of a funny shape, looks a bit like an ear really, a bit more of a cauliflower ear really. But the main thing to remember is it really points up here, and it gets really narrow down here at the ankle. It's got very narrow ankles actually in this art style, so you'll see that in a moment when we draw the rest. But for now we'll just draw the rest of his foot, or his paw I suppose. We've got 3 big toes, so flick these out. Make them really big, and then bring them to about here, and you can stop when you get to that point here, because we're going to draw a front leg over that right now. So yep, speaking of which, we'll start with the shoulder. The shoulder's going to be placed more or less here. We're going to start here. We're going to start by going diagonal, but then we're going to really kind of curve in. See how it starts going out, but it just kind of curves in, and bring it all the way down to about here, and stop there, because we're going to draw again 3 really big cartoony toes, just kind of sticking out here. 1, 2, and 3. And before I forget, you might want to add some little claws to the ends of these, just small claws. There we go. And now we may as well draw the rest of this paw here. So we'll just draw the heel of it, and there's like a little thumb here. Okay, and keep that ankle really thin. It looks really thin. That's exactly how it looks in the official artwork. So, and then thicken it out as you head back towards the body. Very cartoony, not very realistic, but that's classic cartoons for you. Very much look this way. So to draw the rest of the body, I think it's best if we go back to the neck and start with the chest. So you want to follow the shape that the neck was suggesting for a little bit, and then give it a bit of a wobble as you get to the chest like that. See how it kind of dips in just a little bit there. And then look like you're heading towards that front leg, but then suddenly go down and stop like that. When you get to roughly halfway through, level with halfway through this leg, you see that? When you get to about there, just stop, and we're actually going to draw the other front leg now. So starting here, where this began to kind of swing in, we're actually going to carry on another line that goes down, and it kind of looks like it's going to follow it a little bit, but then we just keep going down until we get level with the other ankle. That's really important. You want to get these 2 ankles, for want of a better word, as level as you can. When you get there, you want to do the same thing that you did with the other paw. You want to draw 3 really big toes, just kind of sticking out here. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. I'll just draw a little bit of the back of the paw there. We've got another kind of thumb on this side. Is it called a thumb on a dog? I'm not really sure, is it? Like, you know how you see these kind of shapes here? I'm not sure if that's called a thumb or not, but I'm just saying thumb for want of a better word, because I don't really know what it's called. And now we've got a little bit of gap here, haven't we? Once we've joined this underarm up, got a bit of a gap. So just bring this out, and it goes behind. If you can just imagine, don't draw this, just imagine dotted line going behind that leg, okay? That'll guide you where to bring this knee, swing it out, swing it back in, bring it really, really close to that ankle, and then one more time I'm going to draw big toes. At this perspective, you may only see two of them. The third toe is probably hidden by that middle big toe. So add some claws to these just to keep it nice and consistent. If I want to bridge this gap here, just kind of suggest there's a heel there or something like that. And there is a small line here showing the separation between the body and the heel there as well. And let's not forget his tail. His tail's not very big, but it's certainly prominent enough to draw, as he is a dog. So it's just a little kind of worm shape, just sigmoiding off the side there. And let's get a little S shape. Okay. And now for some details. We're almost done. So let's add a small spot here. There's a small spot here as well, just kind of tucked under the arm. There's one on his back here. There we go. What else are we missing? Oh, we're missing, I haven't drawn any nostrils. Add those in now. A couple of small shapes at the bottom of the nose. And if you want, you can add some whisker dots here. I don't know if he actually has whiskers themselves, but he's certainly got dots for them, so it's quite fun to just draw in a few dots there. And I'll tell you what, on the inside of the mouth we'll add a little bit of the tongue there as well, just to kind of show that the mouth isn't some empty void. And there you go, your sketch of Scooby Doo is done. It's not the easiest tutorial we've done, but the results are pretty cool and very much in line with the new movie that's coming out, if I do say so myself. So grab your Sharpie if you want. You can go over all the lines you want to keep. Don't go over this circle. You don't want to go over that. That was just a guideline, for instance. But go over everything else and you'll end up with your very own really cool drawing of Scooby Doo. I tell you what, in this new movie, if there isn't a bad guy complaining that they would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids, or a scene where Shaggy goes Super Saiyan and beats up a few goons all by himself, I'm asking for a refund. I'd love to see all your creations over on the Draw Cartoons Discord, by the way. You can share any drawings, tips and video ideas whenever you want, and absolutely everyone, yes, you included, everyone is welcome. Just scroll down, hit the Discord link down below, and that's it. Welcome to the Discord, Doodlers. And thanks again for watching. Make sure you drop me a like and subscribe if you want to keep learning to draw the fast and easy way. Until next time.